So am I supposed to do anything else?
No, nothing. The recording has started. Mari is here. I'm going to make you host और end भी आपको ही करना पड़ेगा, I think.
Okay, ठीक है. Okay, let me put my laptop on charging then.
Three, one, two, eight, na? 3, 1, 2, 8.
Hi, Mari.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Perfect.
Yes. You look very pretty.
You too. Very. It's great to see you in person.
I know.
It's always difficult to chat through WhatsApp, or it's always great in person. I hope we will have a chance to meet one day in India or in Switzerland.
All the beautiful women.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? How is the lockdown right now? It's very bad, I heard.
Well, it was a strict lockdown, but since this morning we are able to move a little bit more. So now we are allowed to go 20 kilometers around your main house, which is not a lot, and only 3 hours outside per day. It was only 1 hour allowed for 1 month. All November was very strict. So the situation is bad here, but I hope we will be able to move and to meet people next year more often. So. And what about you in India?
I mean, India is still there. I mean, we have a lot of cases already going on, but there's no lockdown as such.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain parts which are under lockdown, but we need to, kind of live with it, I think. And
okay.
What can we do?
And you are based in Mumbai, or?
All of us are from Bombay. Most of us are from Bombay.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
So, Mari, can you? Who's going to share the screen? I think Vritti is going to share the screen, right?
Yeah. You want to begin?
Yeah, Vritti told me she's going to share the screen for me. So it's going to be better if if I want to talk, to show you some pieces. I think it's more easy for me if Vritti shares screen. Her screen.
I'll just check one. So you said you're not in your main house. Are you still there?
No, I didn't reach the house, so
Okay.
no. But it's very great today outside. It's about -1. It's very cold. It's it's only my outfit. It's a bit more spring style, but it's not the truth. It's freezing outside.
Okay, we're just waiting for Vritti. Okay, she just messaged. She's going to be there in a minute. No worries.
Perfect.
And there are a few people in the waiting room right now. So once Vritti comes in, then I can, get.
Oh, good. Perfect. It's
So are we going to see some new watches today?
Yeah, the new bezel I did. I launched it last week, so it's going to be like the new watch. And also I have a few watch pieces with me. I wanted to show you beside my brand. So why not? If we have a time at the end of the interview, I'm going to show you a watch I really like. So let's see. Unfortunately, I couldn't reach my main house where I keep all the watches I have because of the lockdown. So it was. I tried this morning and it stopped at the border, so it was really complicated.
No problem. Right, Vritti here. Hi, Viti.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Marie. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good, good.
I can't see you, but I can hear you, so it's okay. It's okay.
Viti, you need to be louder.
Okay, okay, cool. I'll be louder.
Okay, Viti, you want to start sharing your screen and just check it out?
Yeah, sure. Okay, can you see?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, great. So I think it's working well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'll just start allowing everyone inside. Cool.
Okay, so I'll stop the share, right?
Just keep the first page or something on the screen. It's completely okay. Yeah.
Let people see Mari first. No, we can remove the presentation right now.
Yeah, the presentation any which way comes in later.
Yeah, much later.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah, it's me.
Right. I have yeah.
I have a like a collection of cactus over here. I feel a bit in danger with all the cactus around.
Looks pretty.
Hi, what's up, everybody? Hi, Puneet, Nidhi, Nidhi.
Hi, Ranji.
Hello, Marie.
Hello, everybody. Hello? Everybody can hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Yes.
Hi.
Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Samantha is here.
I don't know if somebody can see me now, but someone can see me. But hello, everybody.
Yes, we all can.
Ah, everybody can see me
Yes.
now? Okay, so I'm really happy to meet you all, and I would like to be in India with you to have a great moment together. It's not the same when we are through computers, but I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you, Mari.
Yeah. So we'll just wait for another 5 minutes or so.
Uh-huh.
Very good evening to everyone. Thanks for organizing this.
Hello.
Hi, Vikramji.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
As well as can be.
Great.
Looking forward to this new twist in the tale.
Great. We're glad to hear that from men.
Hmm.
Not to sound too feminist, though.
Because watches is predominantly men, not very few ladies in this field.
Yeah.
And especially when one talks mechanical and automatics.
Yeah, that's why we have Mari here, who's the flag bearer of getting more women interested in watches.
Hi.
Cool. So I think we can start now. People will keep on joining. It's not a problem.
Okay.
All right. So welcome everyone to another episode of This Talks with BWE. And today we have Mari. Mari, just tell me if I've got it wrong, right. Mari Bouttecon.
Hello, Bouttecon. Marie Bouttecon.
All right. Mari Bouttecon from all the way from Switzerland with us. And just to give you a little brief about her, Mari is a 30-year-old designer. She was only a child when she experienced the world of art. Her father has been a watchmaker and has been creating fine watch pieces for Cartier, JLC, Patek Philippe, etc. And coming from a watchmaking family, it gave Mari a good chance to get into the creative side of various houses, and that's how she started her career into designing and into the designing part of the watches. She's worked with Parmigiani Furor and with Audemars Piguet in the past, which has given her a nice insight about iconic designs, watch designs, and also horology. Now, Mari has started her own brand of watches, focusing on the women, for women, and obviously by a woman. And the watches have a few special nuances, which obviously we'll hear from Mari. And in this meet, we are going to be discussing watches and women, and obviously Mari's new brand. And she's going to be also launching launching a particular design rather in this particular meet, which will be really exciting. So, and to take this forward, I invite Nidhi and Vriti from Bombay Watch Enthusiasts to coordinate to host this meeting with Mari, and Nidhi is from the watch. Both of them are partly from the watch industry. So Nidhi is right now from the watch industry. She's working with DFS in the retail side, and Vriti has been with JLC in the past in the design team. So she's pretty much, from the watch industry per se. So over to you guys, and we are really eager to understand what Mari has to say about the watch industry as such for women, and of course your brand.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy to hear with you, everybody. I would like to see all your face and to meet you in person one day. I'm really happy to be here with you. Thank you for hosting me. And greetings from my cold Switzerland and from my mountains. So I'm really happy to share my passion with you today and to show you my watch collection. And I would say I'm an expert in Switzerland, and I would like to share more with you about this industry, very specific industry.
Thank you, Puneet, for the brief introduction. Nidhi, you want to begin?
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mari, once again to be joining us. And we're very, very glad to have you on board. Just bringing around the topic aloud, women and watches, it's kind of a very new thing for the industry, not for us women, because we all here are very, very big enthusiasts of the watches overall. But for the industry, we've seen that it's a very new norm. In fact, 2018 was the first time when a Swiss brand like a Tag Heuer declared it as the year of the women. So thereon, we see in the past 2-3 years a lot more women coming in. Of course, we have women like Fabiana, Shabi, and a lot more who's making an embark in the industry. So we're very glad, Mari, you're here and you're making another term on the industry and getting much more women the recognition in this watch industry. So firstly, to start, I just want to understand who, according to you, would be a watch enthusiast, and one big difference between a male and a female watch enthusiast, according to you.
Well, for me, first, there is no difference between a man or woman as a collector or watch enthusiast. There is no difference. The only thing very important as a watch enthusiast for me is the passion and the taste and the style you have. So I would say a watch enthusiast is someone who is deeply passionate by a special aesthetic because of a design, because of a style, an area. And I think this is not something. I used to go to auctions like the Philips auctions, and it's not it's not about the investment you want to make and the money you want to make with a watch, but I think a true enthusiast is somebody who has a great passion, and because you want to build a collection with spirit and emotions. I really like the collections of Honey Madvalis. It's for me a very interesting collectors because he is focusing on watches full of soul and style and patina. So it's beautiful, really beautiful collection, and it inspired me a lot. Actually, it's not to be a watch enthusiast. It's not about money. It's about the the emotion and the passion you put in a collection. So I think it's much more interesting than just to wear a watch because it's fashionable, you know.
So Marie, what was it growing up with a watch professional at home?
Well, it was an incredible moment, and it's still a beautiful experience for me because my dad is living in very close to my house. Is really known for his craftsmanship. Craftsmanship. It's really, really specific, and he is the only one person. To make it for the watch industry. So I would say, just to explain quickly, it's wood. He make wood inlay. So he creates all the wood dials for Patek Philippe now, but he did a lot for Cartier, Jaeger-LeCoultre. And when I was a child, of course, I enjoyed a lot to see these creations in his atelier, and I enjoyed the beauty and the passion he put in these creations. And today, I mean, I'm very proud of what he achieved and what he's still achieving, and also it's very inspiring for me. It's like, you know, since my birth, I'm deeply passionate with the fine arts and the very artistic part of the watches.
So what was your first stint with watches? Did you get a chance to visit these ateliers when you were while growing up?
Yeah, so sorry, it got in a little.
Yeah. So did you get a chance to visit the ateliers like Patek Philippe or Jaeger-LeCoultre while growing up?
I can't hear you very well, but I think I understood your questions. Yes, I had the possibilities to see beautiful watches, and then I had beautiful. I still have beautiful souvenirs, memories from a ACE-IHH session. I remember it was a fair maybe 10 years ago now, and a bit now 12 years ago, and it was really beautiful because I had the chance to see the dials in the cases and to have a chance to be in this lounge. I remember it was really, really cool to see how people enjoy the the talent of my dad, and it was for me the déclic to say, okay, I should try also to design watches because I really like it.
And when did you decide to take it up professionally?
Well, I was first. I start my experience in the fashion industry, so I decided to become stylist first. So I worked in Paris as fashion designer at Hermès Paris and Barbara Buis. I did a master in the fashion industry. So for me, it was more a passion for styling, globally the style. So I was living in Paris, but I was not really happy to live there. And so I decided to come back in my youth area, and I had the chance to meet the creative director of the Parmigiani Fleurier. And so I worked in Parmigiani Fleurier for 3 years. I had the chance to design beautiful watches for specific mechanism. I work as designer of a very high horology for collectors and unique pieces. So I was managing all the craftsmanship pieces, the artistic pieces, and I think I learned a lot in Parmigiani Fleurier, and I think this was the very first important experience for me in the watch industry.
So, Mari, I want to know, like, do you think watches should be treated as a, collection of your jewelry and it's part of your jewelry, or should it be treated as a separate luxury accessory, how it's done for males? So, what is your take on that?
I really believe that there is no, it's not about jewelry or not. When a gentleman wear a watch, it's not, it's a different world. Watch is it's not an accessory. It's something that lives with you. And I don't believe that there is a difference between a woman or a man. I don't understand that. It's like when you buy shoes. It's shoes for women, and for guys it's the same. So I am not sure it's really interesting to make a difference between the two worlds. I think it's a watch, and it's of course in my collection I use jewelry techniques because it's more easy and it's perfect for my watches to work with these techniques. But it's not because I use these techniques it's only a jewelry. It gives you time. It has the shape of a watch, so no, it's not a jewelry. It's a beautiful object full of style and sound. It's the same with a Patek Philippe for gentlemen. I mean, there's no difference for me. So no, it's not an accessory. It's not a jewelry. It's a watch.
Okay.
So, Mari, briefly share with us your journey and how you started your brand.
With pleasure. So, as I told you, I was born in a very artistic family, and I raised in this family. So, through observing my dad, and watchmaking became a natural passion and an interest very early in my childhood. I discovered this beautiful craftsmanship, but also I understood what means art, pure art. And my dad doesn't speak. We don't talk about watches. He doesn't mind what is a watch. What is really important for him is the art you put, and the passion and the talent and the details you put in a creation. So this is what was really important in my childhood. And then I started my career as a stylist, as I told you. And then I went to Parmigiani Fleurier, and there I met Etienne. He's a talented designer, and he was working for Parmigiani also. And so we decided to launch together our design studio 6 years ago. And from this agency, we design, and we still design for different brands in Switzerland and all around the world for creative collectors who wants unique pieces and very something very special in the collections. So I still working for brands beside my own brand, and it's really great because you can feel the trends, and I can continue to work on very high level watch pieces. And so I wanted since a few years now to launch a brand for women, and so I launched my watch brand last December. So I'm celebrating the 1 year now today. I mean this week, and so it took me a long time to develop the brand and the concept and the technical aspect of the brand. But yeah, I'm really happy we were able to found this brand, and I really can't wait to develop it more. But it was not a very easy year to do it. I will explain to you. But as everybody knows, it was a bit complex to meet people, to meet the ladies, and it was a bit more complex than I was expecting.
Congratulations on 1 year.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So the next question is, how do you position your brand?
Well, my brand is I would say I'm going to show you how it works, but my watch brand is based on a clever system. You can change the bezels, so you have different choices when you want to buy one of my watch, because the bezel, you can change the bezel, and you can choose your own set you want to add on your watch. So depending the set you want to buy, it's from 400 Swiss francs. And then it depends the bezel you want and the designs and the style. The price is going from 300 to 1,000 Swiss francs without the taxes. So it's not that expensive as expensive as the watches I used to develop for luxury brands in Switzerland. But I wanted to make it artistic, and I wanted ladies are able to come back and to buy new bezels to add to their collection, because like in fashion industry, I want to develop different collections, maybe in spring collection, and then maybe I want to make something special for December, or because I'm celebrating spring, I want to design a new bezel and I want to add it in the collection. So I want women choose the base of the watch, and I want she are able to come back and to buy new bezels, new decorative rings, because she loves it. So this is the concept. It's not about to have an expensive base watch, but it's to put different decorative ring on this watch. So it's more seasonally season concept.
That's amazing. That totally seems like a new concept. So can we see your collection now? We're like very interested to see one.
Yeah. So I'm wearing my watch. It's a 28 diameter case. So I'm going to. So it's a small. I wanted a small case because after that, when the decorative ring have different diameters, so it can change the face of your watch totally. So this is the one. It's oops.
Yeah.
So this is the Cumulosity Crush. So this is the back of the. Okay, here we go. So this is the back of the watch. It's engraved with my logo, and you can set the time by the back of the watch, because there is no crown. Because of the concept of the bezel, you have to remove it and to put it on. So I wanted to show you, which is not really easy, but you just click.
Yeah, this side, yeah.
you click, you turn, and you remove the decorative ring. This is the base of the watch. It's a clever system I developed in Switzerland. So all the watch is made in Switzerland. And then you have a dial, is a lacquered dial. And so this is the rings. So this is one of my favorite, is the Music Crush. It's all sterling silver and made. It's like a jewelry techniques. It's really beautiful. I wish you could see more closer. But it's a mix between thin structures and polished blooms. So it's full of life, and it's the first time you can see blooms like that, open blooms on a case watch. And then I have different. It's not easy with. I wish I could show you, but this is one of the decorating ring we have with a purse. The only this one is is the one you will find with all the sets. This is the one you have you will receive with all your watches. So it's very easy. So you put the decorating ring on the base, and you click and you turn left, and it's set. And it's very resistant system. It's a very clever system, and it's really easy to wear. And I created this one. It's mother of pearl engraved by hand and silver. It's really thin and beautiful. And it's I was in India when I was inspired for this design. I was in Mumbai in a beautiful market. You have a chance to have all the flowers you want in this country. In your country, it's really beautiful. And then I was really inspired by the design of the lotus, the lilies, and we decided to launch this bezel, and it's very feminine, and it's precious with all this mother of pearl, and it's very nice.
Wow, that looks really nice.
Thank you very much. It's very cool because ladies can choose the style they prefer. It's not static watch; it's full of movement and life. So if a woman is more depends the style. I when I wear a jean and a white T-shirt, I love to wear the bubbles or this one, for example. It's really cool because it's easygoing. And then at night, when you wear a black dress and you want to be more stylish, you can wear the one with the flowers. It's very couture, so it's very easy. You can have it in your bag, and you can change the face of the watch, totally different style. So it's very easy, and I think it's stylish.
So Mari, we'll quickly go through the presentation now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Perfect. I can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this presentation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is exactly what I feel about the watches in general, and I think emotions. When you buy something, it's all about emotion, and it's not. I'm not sure you buy something when you are not passionate about the. It's the same with clothes. It's the same with everything you can buy. It's important you are satisfied with the objects. It makes sense for me to wear something that's still in time, for example. And this project, you have the base of a watch, which is some support for creativity. Yeah. Poetry and emotions, and I'm quite a romantic person also, so I think it makes sense with the product I create.
So we'll quickly talk about what inspires you.
So nature, of course, because I raised in a beautiful house surrounded by the nature. So I spent all my childhood in the garden, and I didn't have any screen at home, so I was drawing all the time in the garden. So this is my greatest passion. And then I really love the 60s and the 70s. I think people were very free, and they had the style. They had something different than now. I think things are a bit more static in 2020, of course, but in general in the 21st century. In the 70s, everything the design was pure. I'm passionate about cars, and the shapes were totally different and beautiful and well done. So I'm really fan of this area.
So Mari, what inspired you to do the changeable bezel?
Well, as I told you, I think it's I wanted to create an object full of movement. I hate when things are static. And sometimes I would say horology and watchmaking is a bit static and maybe a bit clinic. I wanted to make something happy first and modern, because the approach I think is really modern for a woman who has a lifestyle with a job, a family. She wants to go out. She has different life in a day, and I wanted to show that this object can make the difference in a life. And of course, I think it's important to have style and to wear something refined. So for me, the idea was to create something full of life and movement, and to use my expertise in the industry to make the beautiful blend of jewelry and the thin watchmaking.
I must say, Mari, this is a genius idea that you've come up with.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's really different. The concept is different, and there's so many great things to create on this watch. So I'm very optimistic to develop it and to make beautiful things.
So was it difficult to crack the mechanism of the changeable bezels?
Well, the clever system is quite complex was quite complex to develop, actually, because we have a smaller diameter. So I wanted to make it very resistant. For me, quality is really important, because I want an object that's still in life, and of course I wanted to have something very technically well thinking, and on this diameter actually it's quite complex, because if I can show you quickly the concept, it's you have the bezel, the main bezel, the decorative ring, and then inside you have the connecting ring, okay? And on the base of the watch you have two small pearls, and you click the ring on the small pearls, and it's very complex because the diameter is so thin that it was really difficult to make it perfect. But we succeed, and now it's very resistant, and you can turn and change decorative rings at the infinite. I mean, you can change it all the time. It's very resistant. I did all the tests, and trust me, I change the bezel daily.
Great.
Yeah, so this one is one of my favorite, as I told you, but because also I wanted to create a beautiful poetic imagery. I collaborated with Saddington Bates. It's an agency, a creative agency based in London. And with this agency, we created a video full of emotions for me, because from the inspiration in the garden with the myosotis, which is a small flower I have in my garden. It's a blue flower. It's beautiful, and it's the scale 1:1 on the decorative ring. So it's very, for me, it's very fine. So we decided to create a beautiful video with the real flowers floating in the air, and then to be transformed in silver on the case.
Now, it must have been a task to do 1:1 ratio of the flowers on
Yeah.
that small an area.
I mean, in real, it's very complex to realize such a decorative ring. It's all handmade, and it's difficult to polish each petal, and the techniques and the artisans are very, very creative. So I have a chance to have to know so many people in this industry, and so many artisans, very, very incredible artisans. So I had the opportunity to work with on my own pieces. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I draw a lot actually. This is my greatest passion. So I always drawing, and it's really important. I had the chance to work from my house, surrounding by the nature. So my environment is quite cool. And the swinging bubble, because it's an inspiration from the 60s and 70s, where shapes were very sexy. And it's this decorative ring is full of light. You know, it's beautiful, the reflections, and it was not easy to polish all the pearls also, because it's all silver pearls, and to work in 3 dimensions, because the ring is in 3 dimensions, and it's quite complex to have the chance on such small diameter to unveil details. And I think we succeed quite well with this bezel and the polish.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, inspiration. This is a dress I wear. It's Paco Rabanne from the 60s. It's for me, it's one of my favorite, because it's he was a very creative person, and I think we should have more creative people in all the industries together. This is where I'm living, so it's quite nice by the lake, and it's very. Actually, I wanted to this year to invite people in my house, in the garden, to show the products and to enjoy my lifestyle. I wanted to invite journalists and clients, but because of this situation with the COVID, I couldn't do that. But I hopefully next for all my clients next year I will be able to invite people, and to show my environment and the lifestyle.
Yeah, hopefully next year will be better.
Yeah, come. Yeah, and this one is very complex design actually, because it's like clouds, intricate clouds, and I mean, in the clouds you have enamel, and then all the lines surrounding the enamels are polished. So it's very complex design, and yeah, to realize such pieces on such small diameter was complex, but the result is beautiful. And yeah.
The finish of this is impeccable. Like the way the enamel is separated from the high polished outline.
Well, the enamel is a bit lower than the silver, because if you want to, I wanted to have clouds a bit fluffy. So if you polish everything together, the enamel would be too flat, and the result would be not the same. So the lines surrounding the enamels are polished at the end, and it's just, you know, everything is by hand. It's no machine, no. It's all handmade, and it's quite difficult. And this is the new one. So Magic Flora is one of a kind bezel too, because of the mother of pearl. Actually, it's only one piece engraved. So it's the artisan who did that is really talented, and it's really unique to have a mother of pearl like that. We used to see it on a dial, and it's not very creative, I mean. But here, to have it in 3 dimensions, because the volume is amazing. And, you know, the iridescent of the mother of pearl and the polished pistils, it's very couture. And I'm really happy because it's fresh and a bit exotic, because I'm dreaming to travel again. So this is perfect for me to have my exotic garden on my wrist. And I think it's poetic. Yeah. And this is on the left, you have the snake, and all the scales are actually small arts, and it's magic and poetic. So yes, this is the collection I have today, and I'm working on new bezels. This is perfect to explain the technique and the clever system. When you change a bezel, you have different watches, so you have always the same dial, and you can change the strap also, because there is a quick system to change the strap, and then you click the bezel so easily that you can change the face of your watch when you want. And yeah, perfect, because it's not easy for me to show you from now. But so the engraving in the back is like my blason. It's a daisy. It's I love the turn your magic on is like explaining quite well the concept of the watch, and you can see it on the back, engraved on the back of the watch. So turn your magic on is like the motto of my brand. And also you can see the blazon of on the buckle, and the buckle is also designed and inspired by the 60s. You know, the big belts ladies were wearing in the past, and it's very comfortable buckle, so it's perfect on for the wrist. And yeah, as I told you, there is no crown, so as a woman, I think it's super cool to wear your watch on the right wrist or the left wrist. There is no rule, so you can, you know, you can wear it with accumulate bracelet. It's quite I think it's quite sexy to accumulate bracelet and watches. So this is something really important I wanted to design a watch you can wear it when you want to be trendy and feel sexy.
I think this is the mechanism you use to change the.
Absolutely. So this is the quick system to change the straps. It's very easy. So all the straps are sold with a new buckle. Each time you want to change the strap, I always put a new buckle on the strap. It's because it's a bit more complex to change the buckle, but for the strap, it's really easy to change it. And then you set on the center of the daisy, you set the time. So I designed a small tool up. It's a very small tool.
Okay.
And this way you can change the time from the back. You click and you can change you can set the time.
This is great, Mari. You've actually one watch, but so many different looks. It's
all the time you can change the look. And then I have this is the box you receive, and I have also the small purse. It's really feminine, and you can just take a purse with you. You put it in your bag, and today you are going to change the face of your watch 3 or 4 times. I don't know, and I know for me it's something very cool. So this is some pieces I created in the past. So Van Toff is a beautiful creative small brand from Geneva, and I love the way the owner want to create thin watches full of emotions, and you have different we used a different technique for the dials, and also the shape of the watches are very essential. And yeah, we like when a watch tell a story, and this is what I like in this brand. So the small monkey is made with gold, engraved gold, and you have small stones. And then the one with the diamonds are moving all the time. When you wear your watch, you can see the diamonds floating on the dials. It's quite innovative.
so the name of this watch is Interstellar, right?
Yeah, the inspiration is the sky by night. Yeah, this piece is incredible. I feel lucky to I have a chance to design this piece. It's a singing bird, so you won't have a time with this object. It's only a bird singing, moving the head, all its body, and it's made in gold, engraved gold, and beautiful setting. It's a very strange object, I would say, because it's very rare, and it's the luxury uh, high luxury level. It's beautiful object. It was for a private client also. Yeah, I collaborate a lot with Christophe Claret, and I created some nice complicated watches for his brand. Magica Fiore, the ladies' watch, was one of the only watch auctions piece. So it's a flower in 3 dimensions, and the petals are moving, and all the dials, the dial is moving. So it's completely new. Also, it's a new concept. It was quite beautiful to realize such a piece. And on the right side, the snake is all engraved and painted. So it's beautiful because it's in 3 dimensions, and you can see the snake just going through the movement. It's very small. It's very tiny. When you imagine the size of the watch, the snake is very tiny. And some of the pieces I did at Parmigiani Fleurier, so I was already created some very feminine pieces, I think. I did this piece maybe 6 or 7 years ago, but I think it's it's a good souvenir for me. I already create some feminine pieces. I think that's still very modern, actually. Also for Parmigiani, this is a piece with onyx gold and diamonds. It's a big piece. It's heure sautante, so when you read the time, it's a very cool complication in the horology. Thank you.
That's fantabulous. Thank you so much, Mari, for taking us through these amazing collection and work of yours.
Thank you very much.
So now, what do you think? Where is the future? What are your plans for taking your brand across India? Otherwise, what are your plans?
So working on a new bezel. So I'm working on a new one. I want to set thin stones on one of these decorative rings. So it's going to be more chic and different from the collection I already have. And the idea is also to develop the straps. They have different colors, techniques, and just because I want ladies able to choose different strap with a watch also, because I think it links with the style of a decorative watch a lady want to wear. So this is what I'm doing now. And I hope I will have a chance to meet more people this coming year to organize cool events and to be able to travel all around the world to show the products and to meet the ladies in person. And then, of course, I think India is a beautiful market for me. And as I told you, I really love India. I met beautiful, very trendy ladies in India, and very, very stunning ladies. And I really think the Indian ladies are attracted by creative products, not only big brands or but something more niche. And I really think there's a great possibility also to develop collaborations with different brands in India in the fashion. I think about a few brands in India, so I think there's so many possibilities to grow my brand in your country.
I am sure it'll really rock here. Also, you said that you wanted to launch, let's say, for the summer and for the winter season, spring, and different collections. So, are you also aiming for the fashion shows and taking the watch industry into
Yeah,
the fashion world?
yeah, I think I would love to develop a brand where I can develop different products for my own lifestyle because as I told you many times in this interview, I think we should keep in mind to be stylish, not to be fashionable or just to wear things because it's a known brand, because I think it's completely stupid to think this way today. There's so many possibilities to meet great fashion designer, for example, who are very talented, but they work with passion. They are not driven only by the marketing, but also by the creativity. And I think today it's really important people continue to be stylish. And in France, it's really important. Uh, uh, I think people are forgetting a bit how to be stylish. When you say, "Oh, the Parisienne, the Paris girl are always stylish," I swear it's not always. So we should be more focusing on not to be fashionable, but to be stylish and to feel always yourself.
Very well said, I must say. So, tell me, Mari, have you created your dream watch already, or is it yet to come? What would be your dream watch be?
Well, this is my dream watch because I wanted to have something always changing in a bit. So I already created the concept, the perfect concept. I think more great decorative rings are coming, and I really think it's going to be even more sexy. So I can't wait to develop this decorating ring, and I really I really think it's going to be cool, really cool. So no, for the watch, I think the concept is perfect. I'm going next step for me is to design boots and shoes and all this. But
Awesome.
for the watch, I think my dreamy watch is already available.
So you plan to be a full fashion house in yourself.
Yeah, I like the fashion. I think it's really important to feel feminine, and yeah, I would like to design a complete lifestyle. So the next step is going to be a bag and a boots, but
Well, all the very best for that. Thank you so much, Mari. It was a pleasure talking to you, knowing your entire journey, your history, and your lovely collection. So, all the very best to you for your amazing for breaking the watch industry with such new innovations. So, all the very best, and thank you so much. Before we let you go, I think there are a couple of questions from Debbie and other people. So, probably, guys, if you could just unmute yourself and pose the question yourself. Well, Debbie had a question on how do you set the watch. So,
ah um, well, as it's not quite easy for me to show you on screen, but actually, okay, I don't. So this is you turn, tack, and then you remove the decorative ring, okay? And then you put it on, and you turn left, tack, and you click, and it's done. It's very quick. But if Debbie wants to see more, just she can contact me, or she can go through my website, and everything is well explained there. And also when I can send it this flyer, and it's all the explanations inside. So
I'm wondering how you set the time. You have a small tool for setting the time?
Yeah, this is the tool. Whoops, sorry. So this is the tool of to set the time. And then you have the button here in the back, and then you press, and you can when you click 2 times you set the hours. If you press 3 times you will set the minutes, and if you press all the time you will change hour per hour quickly.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Cool. Any other questions?
So Murray, hi, this is Viranchi. Thank you so much for joining, and I have to say it's a lovely example of quality, creativity, and innovation coming together. And I just feel that I just feel that it's not fair that this concept of the bezel that's changing is only limited to women. Have you thought of maybe working with somebody who makes more men's watches along the same lines?
It's funny you ask this question, because each time I meet a gentleman, he's always asking me, "Oh, I want this watch," but you really, yeah, a lot of gentlemen want this concept. I don't need anybody to develop a men's watch. I don't need to work with people to develop a men's watch. I could actually develop this concept for gentlemen tomorrow. But today, I would say I would love to continue to design for women only, because as I told to Vriti earlier, I really want to design a lifestyle for women. So this is what I'm working on, and I will, because I have already ideas, but for now, for the next year, I'm going to work exclusively on for women.
Okay, so we have a question from Karishma. Will you be collaborating with any other brands for complicated watches? Women watches? Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to, only if the style of the brand match my own style. You know, I really think I wouldn't be able to design just a steel case and a steel decorative ring without details. So I would like to make it very couture or very high level. Um, so yeah, there's many possibilities of collaborations. But today I want to develop the project by myself. And what I think would be more interesting for me and for the brand through this brand is to collaborate with fashion brands, for example, very luxury fashion brands. I think would be something more interesting for Marie Goudson watches.
Thank you, Marie. I have a question.
Yeah.
I wanted to know a little about the movement that you've used in your watches.
Yeah, so it's a Honda 756. It's a quartz movement because today, because of the diameter, and it's not a problem, but the time that you set by the back of the watch, the Honda was the perfect alternative for the watch, and also because it's the only one made in Switzerland, fully made in Switzerland. So this is. I really want to make it local and to work with the people I like, I know, and I want to develop products because in collaboration with artisans, and this is why I want to work local and quality also.
Any more questions, guys?
I think if few major brands start changing their bezel, there will be very few premiums out there than for us men also, right? I mean, a lot of us will agree here that if you have a red and a blue color bezel, or a blue and a black bezel, the whole price changes for some angle. I don't know if you hear that way.
Well, this already exists. In the past, some brands, but I don't remember the name, did like very thin bezel. Just you were able to change the color of the bezel, and but it was not exactly the same concept, because you were just putting on. So first, it was not really well thinking. I mean, it was not very quality, and it was not like very creative also in the details and in the volumes. And but yeah, in the past, a brand, but I don't know what brand did that. It was not really not known renowned watch brand did that. And today there is another brand, very, I mean, it's a fashion watch. You can buy it for $50. You can change also the bezel, but it's always a click. It's not like me, a system, a very quality system. It's just you click, you press, and you put, and then you want to just take off like that. So.
Okay. So I think this is it, guys. Do we have any more questions? No? Okay, so thank you, Marie. Thank you so much for the enriching, insightful presentation and showing your collection.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy to have a chance to talk with you, and I wish I could be in India and enjoy your country a bit today.
Hopefully, we would like to host you again physically when things are better and you could come and we could do like a bigger event with you.
Yeah, it would be amazing. And if people want to meet in person one day in Switzerland or in France, anytime, just contacted me and I would be really happy. I really love to meet people and to chat with and to know more about them. So I will be really happy.
Great, great, Marie. Nice to have you.
Thank you so much, Marie.
Thank
Really
you.
look forward to meeting you.
Perfect. Can't wait to see you again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining
Thank
in.
you,
Have the time for
everybody.
this.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Karishma, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Nidhi, Vitti. Amazing.
Pleasure.
And yeah, thank you for your great work and for your passion, guys, because you are very passionate people, and I think it's great to meet enthusiast people like you are. So, congratulations for your passion.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.